Welcome back into After the Whistle. I'm Tristan Thomas. We're at the start of a new era of high school hoops in our state, the three-class system already in effect. That means new classifications, AA, Single A, and B. Let's take a look at the brand new regions and how teams qualify for state. Here's the brand new AA division. A lot of familiar faces here in the West. Century, Bismarck, Legacy, and St. Mary's. Also in this division, Dickinson, Jamestown, Mandan, Minot, and Williston, soon to be joined by Minot North in the 2024-25 sports calendar. The biggest difference here, Turtle Mountain and Watford City moving down to Single A. More on those teams later. In the East, the four Fargo schools, Davies, North, South, and Shanley. The rest of the EDC, including West Fargo, Cheyenne, Horace, and Grand Forks Central and Red River, rounding out the AA teams. Now, big positive of this new system for teams at this level is an added flexibility with schedules, allowing teams like Bismarck High to play extra non-conference games against top-notch competition.
It's nice not having to start our first game of the year as a conference game in Mandan like we have over the last 10 years. So yeah, it's nice that we get to go out east. We get to see some different talent. We get to start with some non-conference stuff, which is great for us. But what we are going to be doing this season is, I think our depth of talent in our program right now is as good as it's ever been, which is great. And we're going to be tinkering with different lineups.
Just like the previous Class A system, the top four teams from AA from the East and West qualify for the AA state tournament. The boys and girls tournaments playing out this season, March 7th through the 9th at the Bismarck Event Center. So let's look at the new look Single A level. Some teams making moves up in competition, while others potentially with an easier schedule than the two-class era. Looking at Region 1, Central Cass and Kindred among typical Class B powers making the move up to this level. The Squirrels winning the final boys and girls B state titles in two-class. Class A teams from the two-class system, Valley City and Wahpeton, round out this region. Region 2 featuring Devils Lake not jumping up, while schools like Thompson and Fort Winds, Minnewacan do. Leading off with Region 3, Turtle Mountain. The Braves going from matchups against schools like Bismarck and Minot to teams all making the jump up from Class B. This includes schools like Stanley. The boys team just short of the B last season. Gila Burlington also in this group after qualifying for state themselves. Looking at the rest of this region, Bottineau, Dunseith, Nedros, and Newtown all making the jump up to A, as are Rugby and South Prairie Max. The Royals co-op, nothing new for athletics, but a new co-op for boys basketball, while the girls team hopes to continue making strides despite the challenge of playing tougher competition.
It's definitely new, obviously, because we haven't been in Class A before, but basically we just have to work together as a team, practice hard and get our skills down, and basically just continue what we're doing and just have fun, and we gotta work harder because we're moving up.
Over in Region 4, Watford City making the move to Class A sports back in 2018, but they're the lone team staying at Single A, while the rest of Region 4 played in Class B last season. This includes two teams fresh off state tournament bursts in boys hoops. That's Beulah and Shiloh Christian plus Killdeer. Now Dickinson Trinity, Hazen, and Standing Rock rounding out the teams playing in Single A. Another change for this level is how teams qualify for state. Of course, the four region champions qualify for the state tournament, but that leaves four more spots up for grabs, two from the East, two from the West. Those spots go to the winner of matchups between third place teams at regionals and the loser of region championship games, giving teams with one loss at regionals a chance to keep their seasons alive, making that third place game more than just a consolation prize. Now the state tournament playing out at the Fargo Dome for this level, March 14th through the 16th. Now, the remaining teams we haven't mentioned up for this level make up the new Class B and made up of four regions with two districts separating each region. Let's run through these quickly. Region 1 featuring a large contingent of teams from District 1, District 2, including teams like Linton HMB, Kidder County, Medina, Pingree, Buchanan, coming off an appearance at the Boys B. Region 2, District 3 featuring all B teams sticking around at this level. Same goes for District 4. Warwick coming off a Cinderella run at last year's State B on the boys' side. Region 3 made up of a lot of teams traditionally who are in Class B. One major change is splitting up of the Heart River Co-op, which brings back the South Heart Eagles and the Belfield Bantams. Here's the full rundown of Region 3 District 5 featuring 11 total teams. Should make for a lot of competition. District 6 has a large contingent of what used to be Region 5 in hoops. Garrison making a run to last year's Girls State B. Finally wrapping up with Region 4, made up of teams from the northwest portion of the state in what used to be Region 8. and in District 8, which is essentially the old Region 6 plus Harvey Wells County. And just like the single A level, the winner of regional third place games get a matchup in the region with a region runner-ups, winner of that one moving on to state. The new look Class B state tournament also runs March 14th through the 16th at the Minot State Dome.